welcome back to another video. So while I'm not live trading, I just want to show you guys the process of like getting back into it and how my trading routine is when I'm not live trading, like the backtesting process, the journaling, the reviews. Today is a bit different from my other videos because usually my other videos is of me going out somewhere, doing something, but today it's just me in the office and just busy with trading. So I got this monitor a few weeks back and it's one of the greatest investments I made in myself because it's much better than the other one and it helps me, lock in and focus. The software's name is FX Replay and it's very optimal. They added this new thing that's for prop firm, so if you're doing a prop firm then you should definitely look at this. Create your own session and say prop firm session for example, and then I'll just say reps, I don't know what else to name it. And then the account is a $25,000 account. Let's say gold. Let's say May 1st, but it's in November 26th. Profit target 10%, max loss we're gonna go with 4%, which is the current rule that they use, and then total loss is gonna be also 10%, 2,500. So yeah. And then as you guys can see, here we are, we're at the 1st of May 2025. Obviously once I reach the profit target of 10% then I won't be able to trade anymore because the account will lock, because then I somewhat past the account. And if I breach the rules, which is also lose $1,000 a day, lose 2,500 in total, and then the account will also breach, and then I have to stop trading it. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys through like my first trade basically. We're in an uptrend and price obviously pulling back to eventually hopefully go up. So wherever this is gonna be, then because we're obviously in an uptrend. So for now, while we're still going down, I can only look for sales until the market tells me otherwise, until it shows that buyers have been established again and the bull is taking control, and then I can look to go long. So my trading style is, if I do wish to get in the shorts, I would have to see price rejecting a level or failed breakout basically. So we would have to come up, break, buyers pushing above, and the sellers rejecting, not exiting above that level, taking back control, breaking low, and then continue down. And if I want to see buys, then I would like to see the opposite obviously. So then price either going, we create a level, sellers try to break the low, buyers hold this level, break above, leaving a weak displacement, pull back, and continue to go up. We had a level here with price pull back, and then obviously sellers found interest in this level and then shorted from here again. So 5 minutes, buyers came, so rejected, they tried to break above. Sellers did not accept price above this level, so then they pushed price down. They brought price back to low. Obviously in the high time frames you will see a wick, and yeah, now we're trading back below the level. Buyers failed to break out, and obviously we can see here this big wicks, and I'll be waiting for a low to be broken and then really taking the trade to the downside. So this is basically the trade setup that I explained. It's not really what I'm going for or what I usually take, but I'm showing you guys for the example of this video. Then yeah, let's say this is basically the level. Go to Evernote, my journaling, this is how I journal my trade, with the picture and why I'm entering the trade as well. And then afterwards I just state how the trade went, what I did wrong, what I did well, and grade myself. Just click here, click on there, going to place order, market, gonna rest 1%. What I usually when I'm trading live, I just use a fixed lot size, and I don't rest in percentage but rather in lot size. So my fixed lot size for this backtesting is going to just be 0.30. That's just under 1% that I'll be risking. Okay, stop on take profit is gonna be at this sweep here under. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so as you guys can see, this trade obviously ended up being a loss, and it happens. I think what I got wrong. It was the level. This is the proper level, so I should have waited for this level to be rejected, tested, and then rejected, and then this would, I'd say, be a proper breaker structure, not really this, so if we rejected here and then came down and then broke the low, then I'd say we got a lot of downside movement. Like even now, for example, obviously price is above currently, but if we were to reject, break back below and then break, and then so the trade would be ready to go down. But yeah, obviously it happens, losses is completely fine. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and review the trade, seeing what I could have done better, like I just mentioned. So yeah, the only downside I'd really say to backtesting now is that I'm not a completely just technical trader. I use fundamentals also. I try to implement it in my trading. So when you're backtesting, there's no real fundamentals unless you're gonna physically go search like what was the fundamentals or the economic state back in 2025 April, and then pulled from there. But yeah, right now I'm just using technicals and backtesting, but when trading live, and then I have to use fundamentals as well. So obviously, as you guys can see, there's my balance with a lost trade. I can even pull this up and then go to closed positions, and it shows you the trade that you took. So I really like the software, and now I'm looking to go long. So yeah, as a discretionary trader, I use all of this to build in the position. So now we are breaking above. We're currently maintaining high lows. Price is maintaining bullish structure. So I'm gonna go long now. And yeah, not just because price is breaking above, but because of how it reacted here. The sellers held, brought price back up. We had this weak sellers bringing pressure down again. Buyers tried to break, sellers bringing again down, and now we're finally breaking above. So yeah, my first take profit I would place at this level just to be safe. I'm gonna put it a bit under. As you guys can see, it's currently like 1 to 3.8, 0.9. So yeah, so as I explained, I'm going long now. I'm risking like 60 pips, I think, something like that, 68 pips. So yeah, just see how this goes. So usually when we bite the level like this, just to control the risk, I'll cut my risk by 50% because we bit our level. So because we shouldn't come all the way down, hit my stop loss and then continue to go up. So I'll cut it by 70 to 50%. So you right now I'm gonna let it run. If we break this high and then break this high, I'll move stop loss to break even and then just let the rest of the trade run. So yeah, we got a greater action because I'm currently up. Let's see, 90 pips, we were up 130 pips. I'm going to move stop loss to break even just to protect myself, and now this trade is risk free. At most, we were up most 170 pips. That is about the 1 to something, I'm not sure. About the 1 to 3 we were up. We shouldn't be up now. Currently we're up about 2 point something%. Next take profit today, yeah. Okay, this is my problem when it comes to live markets. That's why I think backtesting is good. Because usually in live markets, when it comes to things like this, then I'd want to close the trade. And obviously, protect my P&L and so on, but I want to try to just, set my levels and then observe and have it hit instead of closing my winners and cutting it early. So I'm just going to be continuing to hold and see how that goes. Okay, so this is what happened. We got stopped at break even because stop loss was obviously at break even. But this is something that I need to work on when it comes to the actual live markets, because in live markets theoretically I would have closed at this level, and seeing now I probably should have seen that, like I mentioned, sellers came in, buyers tried to break above, and sellers brought price back down and rejecting and failing to go higher. So at that point I probably should have closed the trade, which I would have if it was in live markets. But right now I want to practice holding, for a bit longer and holding to my actual take profit levels because I always cut my losses. I mean, I win as early and that's something that I want to improve on. So yeah, so that is just again a bit of how I conduct my back testing process and my journaling, and then so you guys can see here's the review. I'll just switch the screen. This is the review from my previous trade. Show the loss that I took. And then also new trades, so I have to again say no. Just copy this. And then say what I gained from it. So just again, this is my reviewing process. You can see how I rate my trades, entry, trade idea, trade management, and the overall trade. That's for that, and then for this as well. Leading this trade, I was up a total of 220 pips, so 230 pips, and my take profit was about 270 to 80. So it's like a 40 pip difference. So I'm still working on, when to close and having certain rules. Okay, if this happens, I'm going to close, because now I was up 230 pips, and then I gave it literally all back. So yeah, I think I'm still working on something to hopefully a system that I apply to every single trade, but for now this is the way I'm still trading. So that is the journaling and review system that allowed me to pass my first ever funded account. Unfortunately, I did end up blowing it again because after probably 2 weeks, so what happened is my psychology failed me, and yeah, I got into the system of like whenever I lose a trade, and then I just revenge trade the whole time, and it went on for probably like a week like that. I would lose a trade and then hit my max daily drawdown after that, because I would enter a lot of consecutive trades after each other, and then I'd have another good day of trading, make 3%, and then next day basically again I take a loss, and then back to losing basically 4% for the day, which is my max daily drawdown. So those are just things that in this time off and my reviewing system and so on that I'm working on now. I think one of the most productive ways to work on a system is focusing on one thing that you are lacking at, or one thing that is a problem when you're trading, and then just focusing on that and building that, mastering that one skill. Like for me at the moment, it is what I just mentioned. It's revenge trading after taking a loss and wanting to make it back, when instead I should just after a loss take a break and then clear my mind, do breathing exercise or go for a walk, and then come back clear, because that is what hurt my account. So yeah, right now I'm about to eat the lovely breakfast made by the family, and then I'll just probably continue again when I'm done.